Alright guys, I want to make a video on explaining why weight loss is so difficult. So, you start out, you're here, right? And you want to get over here, right? So we'll say this is fat. We'll say this is fit. Alright, so a fit person, what do? Right, and on the extreme levels, these are extreme levels, okay? So a fit person, on the extreme level, he probably weighs his food, or her, right? They probably weigh themselves every day. They probably track their calories. They probably eat a certain amount of protein. They probably exercise regularly. They probably eat healthy. If you guys can see that. All right. And then what's a quote unquote fat person, obese person, someone who's out of shape? What do? They just exist. Right? They don't do much of anything. I mean, they probably sitting on the couch. Sit on couch. Eat junk food. They probably live a very sedentary life. Right? So this extreme, they're simply just going with the motions. They sit on the couch, they're lazy, they eat whatever junk food they want. And then you got over here, they track everything, they're weighing themselves, they're eating healthy, they're doing all this cardio and exercise and weightlifting, whatever you enjoy doing, right? And the reason why it is so difficult to lose weight is because of your perception of difficulty. Most people that are here want to instantly jump to the habits of someone who's here, right? But they don't want to go incrementally because humans are impatient. At the end of the day, it is always rule number one, always calories in versus calories out. No matter what anyone tells you, they're full of shit. Calories in, calories out, period. Now, your perceived effort, the perception of the difficulty is what makes weight loss so hard. So if you're here and you want to get here, you don't jump instantly to what this person does. It's too difficult. It's too taxing. This is like going from fat to David Goggins. You know, like you're not going to be running ultra marathons and doing all kinds of crazy shit, right? It's just not obtainable. It's not reasonable. It's not a rational way to do it for most people. Most people don't have the willpower and dedication to go from here to here. And this is where the common sense diet, the common sense approach comes in. This is how I started. I took little actionable steps. For example, from here, now I start here, right? I'm still fat. I was still overweight. But here, I kept everything the same. But instead of regular soda, I had diet soda, right? So because I had diet soda, real soda has original soda has calories. Diet soda has almost 0 calories. It's like 2, 5, right? That difference in caloric consumption is going to cause a weight loss. Granted, if I don't eat more to compensate for the caloric deficit that I put myself in. So then you got something like here, like then I get here. This is my new baseline now, right? New baseline is I do everything normal, but I'm not drinking any real soda. I'm just drinking diet soda. Then do a little another step, right? So now it's maybe I go for a 5-minute walk after every meal, or I go to the gym one time per week. Keep everything else the same, but now I quit diet soda and I go to the gym one time a week, right? For 15 minutes. I just get accustomed to going. You know, I do some sort of bullshit workout, some little exercise, then I leave, right? And I build that new identity as someone that goes to the gym, that works out, that drinks diet soda instead of real soda, right? And then the next step, I no longer consume all the junk food, the chips, the cookies, all that stuff, right? Instead, I find a way, and I don't have to be 100% perfect, but I find a way to like slowly, take out the oatmeal cream cookies for like French toast, or like something like French toast with egg whites instead of whole eggs, right? Creating another little bit of caloric deficit, right? And then you go a little step further. I keep doing all those things mentioned, right? But then I weigh myself every day after using the bathroom on an empty stomach in the morning, right? I weigh myself. And then I keep all this stuff the same and I track every day what my weight is. I write it down, put it in my notes. It takes 2 seconds, right? Then another step is maybe you start counting up your calories, right? You start portioning out, you start looking at what you're eating, and you maybe add up the calories. You don't be 100% perfect. You kind of eyeball it, and you slowly add up the calories of the food you're eating for breakfast. You kind of look at the nutrition label. You become familiar with the nutrition label. You learn as you go, right? And then you do a little more. You start becoming more consistent tracking. You get better at, you start weighing it, and then you see what I'm going with this. You just slowly, periodically make changes until eventually you're here. You're someone who does the things that a fit person does. And then by default, because you created those habits, those small little incremental changes that were manageable and easy to put into your life, now you become someone who does fit things. And because you're someone that does fit things, a fit person things, over a slow incremental period of change, now this can be your new identity. And then you have no choice but to lose weight. The effort is less difficult going from here to here than here to here. I hope that made sense for you guys. It's a little idea I've been thinking about lately, and I wanted to explain why people find it so difficult to lose weight. It is not your hormones. It is not genetically. Everyone is not even. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. Everyone starts at a different genetic threshold, but anybody can lose weight if you do small incremental changes, right? If you go from here to here, you are guaranteed to lose weight because the caloric deficit you're going to create with all these little changes is going to be substantial, right? But if you go from here to here, right, and you keep everything else the same, you have no choice but to lose weight. And the reason why people get discouraged is because if you see the weight come off, or if you do it and it doesn't happen in 2 or 3 days, you're like, oh, I'm doing it, but it's not working. If you drink 2 cans of soda, right, and you stop drinking them, say on average is 150 calories per soda, that's 300 calories, right? If you consume more food to compensate for that 300 calorie deficit, then you are going to stay the same weight or gain weight if you're eating more. So you have to be mindful that you keep everything the same and you slowly, incrementally make changes that you can handle and that you can put into a lifestyle that anybody can follow. It's the video I wanted to make for you guys today. Just explaining why weight loss is so difficult and the best way to approach it. Small, actionable changes will get you to your goals. Well, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to post every single day. We're going to go for 6 months, maybe even longer. All right, that's all I got. Have a good one, guys. See ya.